By now, you've probably heard my magic wand story. It's a brand that's been part of my personal journey for more than 20 years. But no matter how many times I sing Magic Wand's praises, I'll never be able to fully capture the story of this incredible brand. Well, now journalist and author Kate Sloan just completed a limited audio series documenting the history and impact that Magic Wand has created over the last 56 years. It's called Making Magic. And the series chronicles Magic Wand's incredible brand story through interviews with nearly 40 experts, performers, business owners, educators, and fans. So I got a sneak preview of this series, and what I loved is that Kate weaves together snippets from all their interviews into this amazing story arc. She covers Magic Wand's journey from appliance store massager to its legendary influence on culture and sexual independence, and it's all just fascinating. The first episodes of Making Magic are available now at makingmagicseries.com or on all popular podcast platforms. Just search for Making Magic or visit makingmagicseries.com today. When I was on your show, you had just got your first prostate exam, and then I brought you a toy for your prostate thinking you might have liked it.
No, and I didn't like it.
I gave it to your producer. I know.
It was my doctor was very aggressive. No,
but you could also play with a toy that your wife is not controlling, that you could on your own during a little masturbation.
Never thought about that.
Okay, got it. Not yet.
Never.
Michael, the sex road is long.
When you're married or you're in a solid relationship, your job as a man is to always make sure they know they're special and they're the only one for you. Yeah. That's all our job is, and to listen.
What do you need from her, your wife?
I just need her support, her love, her confidence. This industry is crazy. It goes up and down. And she's my backbone. She's my rock.
She really is.
And that's all I need.
Thanks for listening to Sex with Emily. On today's show, I'm joined by comedian Michael Yo, and we're talking about the differences of dating life and married life, from relationships to the sex, and we're also answering your calls. Topics include the differences of dating to date and dating to actually get married. Guess what? They're not actually the same. And a threesome mishap. You had one with your partner, but it seems he's more into the third than into you. What do you do if you're dating someone and they don't like labels and you're not exactly sure what to think about that? So you finally hooked up with someone you've been pining for over the years. The kiss was great, but the rest, not so much. Now what do you do? All this and more. Thanks for listening.
Look into his eyes. They're the eyes of a man obsessed by sex. Eyes that mock our sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day.
Hey, Emily, you got a boyfriend? Because my man E here, he just got his heart broken. He thinks you're kind of cute.
A girl's got to have her standards. Oh, my.
Do women know about shrinkage?
Isn't it common knowledge?
What do you mean, like laundry? It shrinks?
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God, I feel so good.
Being bad feels pretty good. But you know, Emily's not the kind of girl you just play with.
You're listening to Sex with Emily. We're talking about sex, relationships, and everything in between. For more information, check out sexwithemily.com. You're going to love our site. If you haven't been there. We release 3 podcasts a week. Wherever you listen to podcasts, they're available. And subscribe to those, because we love when you subscribe. And you can also find me on SiriusXM Radio. I'm there Monday through Fridays, 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific. And it's on channel Stars 109. And you can get a free 30-day trial at sexwithemily.com/SXM. And you can also call us if you have any questions during that time, 888-947-8277. You can also find me on all social media across the board. It's at Sex with Emily. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy the show. I'm so excited.
I am too.
Michael Yo.
Uh-huh.
Michael Yo is here, and you must know Michael Yo, michaelyo.com, at Michael Yo on all the social media. And he's got a new comedy special, Blasian.
Blasian is called Blasian. It's about me growing up in Houston, Texas. It's about family. It's about love. No politics.
Okay, that's
no
good.
Politics at all. It's just about...
Let's explain Blasian, because not everyone knows what pegging is, and not everyone knows what Blasian means.
Well, I walked into pegging.
He walked into pegging just now.
I didn't get pegged when I walked in.
No,
I'm just
not
saying.
yet.
Not
There
never.
seems to be a pegging theme around you, because when I was on your show... You had just got your first prostate exam, and then I brought you a toy for your prostate thinking you might have liked it.
No, and I didn't like it.
I gave it to your producer. I know.
It was my doctor was very aggressive. The first time I ever got a prostate exam, and some of my friends go, "Oh my God, it hurt, but then it felt good." There was no feeling good. So when I heard your last caller, it's like, there's no way I want a woman to dominate me and thrust me like that.
You're strong, like in your masculine. I get it. Not yet.
No.
Life is long.
Do you understand? Not
I'm
ever.
just saying,
Emily,
Michael,
not never.
Michael, the sex road is long. Life is long. You've
okay,
got a relationship. I mean, people...
I will not get thrusted.
Okay, fine.
No,
but you could also play with a toy that your wife is not controlling, that you could on your own during a little masturbation.
Never thought about that.
Okay, got it. Not yet. Not yet.
No, not never.
It's fine, Michael. I'm not a pusher either. That's the thing.
Well, it sounds like you are.
No, I'm not. Just with you because for whatever reason, I came on your show and then it was pegging and then this was just pegging. So back to what people don't understand.
Yes.
Blasian.
Okay, it's black and Asian.
Right.
That's me. I'm black and Asian.
You are.
And
you do it well.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Well, anybody that's mixed does it well, because we're just unique looking. And I remember growing up, I was the guy that white girls wanted to hook up with because I was black, but I wasn't really black.
Wow.
So they could experience. I'm like a starter black.
Yeah, you're like a star. Like I kind of did black. I did black. I slept with a black guy 50% of
I'm
the
the
black
blackish.
Blackish?
I hooked up with, and I was like acceptable to the parents. They were like, I don't know what he is, so I guess it's fine.
Really? Is that what it was?
I swear.
Were you into? So tell me about you. You said that you were a late bloomer.
Oh yeah, I didn't have sex till I was like 18, probably my end of my freshman year in college. Wow. I had my first kiss at 8th grade.
Okay, and then
tongue kiss.
What happened between those 10 years?
I wasn't popular. I was just very athletic, but wasn't like the.
Okay.
You know how everybody has cliques.
Totally.
I wasn't like in the cool. I was just not a popular guy.
Okay.
I was very athletic. I was popular through athletics, but I wasn't a popular guy. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So what happened where'd you go to college?
University of Arkansas.
Okay, Arkansas.
Razorbacks, yeah.
Wow.
I played football for the Razorbacks
that's
for like a
right.
year and a half. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so you get there and you're playing football, and then did you feel like I hear a lot of guys say they go into the freshman year and then they're like, okay, I feel more.
I did because over in Arkansas, just like I was different. They didn't have a lot of me's. They didn't have a lot of mixed kids
in Arkansas.
Not a lot of Blasians. So I was in high demand. I was like, whoa, what is this looking guy that's black but not really black and Asian but not really Asian? So I was very popular in school.
Yeah, I'll bet. Popular now.
Yeah. But I'm married now, so it's different.
How is the marriage going?
I love it.
I know you're like the most in love person. I know.
Let me tell you, for anyone struggling, like. It's about the right person meeting the right person. Like, I can't wait to go home. I can't wait to see my wife. I can't wait to see my kid. I dream, like when I'm away, it hurts my heart.
Look at all the women in here swooning.
It really does.
Swooning.
It really does. But I believe that there's two things going on with me. I dated to date, and then I dated to marry. Okay. And that's completely different.
Wait, can we talk about that?
Sure.
So, dating to date is more like, I'm just going to go out, I'm going to meet.
Dating to date is, I worked for E! Entertainment at the time when I first moved to Los Angeles. And I would get home about 6 o'clock. And I was like, I'm bored. I don't want to be home alone and feel bad about myself. I'm going to just call somebody to go out with that I don't really care about. Now, when you date to get married, it's on our first date. I would go out with girls on the first date and go, look, if you're not looking to get married within the next couple of years and have kids, we can have a nice dinner or lunch, but I'm not in for that.
Right. Well, this is more, I think more men and women need to do this. So tell me, when did you know you were ready to start having that different kind of date?
I had a dream that I was at my own funeral, and it was just past women I hooked up with. At my funeral, it's almost like I was watching my funeral, and I woke up and I said, if I die today, that's my legacy. Now, I don't know if you believe in God or whatever, but that was a sign to me that, okay, it's time to grow up. It's time to be a man. And after that dream, it took 3 years to find the right one. Yeah. But I changed my dating habits. I didn't just date to date. I dated to be married. And it really hit me hard because my parents are still married after 46 years. My wife's parents are married for 36 years. So it's this thing where I believe in family, I believe in legacy, and I had to have that dream. So that must have been going on through my head too.
Wow.
I had a dream I was at my own funeral and it's just random chicks.
Is so powerful. And then that one dream made you, you're like, I don't want a bunch of randos at my funeral.
No.
I want to lock it down with the wife. Okay, so then tell me, Michael Yo. So then Michael Yo is the new Michael Yo after the dream. And how old are you at this point when you have the dream?
I am probably 36.
Okay. And how old are you now?
I'm 44.
Oh, 44. Okay, got it. So
I'm black and Asian. I never get old.
I know, it's so unfair. Right. So you're 36. I mean, it's amazing. And then you're like, okay. And then what happens?
So
how is it different? You
I go
on the first date.
First date, I wouldn't go on a second date if I didn't think she could be a wife material.
Okay, what is why? How did you know?
Well, I think about family. I think about, first of all, do we laugh? Do we have fun the first dinner? Does the conversation just keep going? Are they a type of person in my mind that if Drake walked in, they wouldn't be like, bye, Michael, I'm going to hang out with Drake. I didn't want a person, a ladder climber, I guess they call it.
Yeah, social climber, yeah.
And a social climber. Also, would she be a good mother? And you could tell when you talk to some, just if they're passionate about, I don't know, I just have a good radar on that. And I knew after 3 dates with my wife now that she was the one because of everything she told me about. I learned about her background. She knew about my background. She knew how important family was. And, I don't know. It's just I had a good radar on it.
I love it. So during how long, you said it took you 3 years during your efficient dating phase.
Now we got married. Once I met her, we got married within 2 years and had a baby. We've been married 3 years and our son is 2.
Wow.
So yeah, and
you're efficient.
Well, exactly.
Michael, you'll get shit done
because you have to. Because on the first date we said we're going to get married in a couple of years and we're going to have a kid. And that's exactly what happened. I think if you don't have a plan, it's kind of like, hey, I like you, you like me, let's get married and see if it works out.
Right.
Like that's the wrong.
Figure the stuff out before you get married.
And I tell you, I think what happened is, she made me go to, I guess it's called before you get married, you go to this boot camp where it was a church boot camp where for 8 weeks we had to turn in reports and they interviewed us about ourselves and they asked us questions so we would be on the same page. Yeah. Wedding guidance or like.
I love it.
So
it's
they
like
asked us.
A lot of churches provide this service.
And
Gary Chapman, who wrote The Love Languages, did these kind of boot camp things.
And they ask you every single question so your partner knows where you stand. So it was like if you have a kid and Michael.
Love this.
If you have a kid and Michael has to travel a lot. Are you okay with that? Are you prepared for him being gone weeks at a time because of his job? And you have to be aware this could happen. She was like, absolutely. I know what I'm signing up for. Where a lot of people don't have that discussion.
No, you need to talk about everything. So were there any surprises during those discussions that you had with your wife? Like during the, I love marriage boot camp.
I found that she lowered her standards for me. And this is true. Her mom, she was having bad luck in dating. And then her mom said, well, maybe you just need to lower your standards a little bit. A week later, she met me. And then she goes, because she said before she would never date me because I was on television. She didn't want to go through all the Hollywood hype. She dated in Hollywood and she didn't want a person in the industry.
Yeah, no, I get that.
By changing her standards.
That's your funny Michael way of saying that.
Changing her standards, we met. And by changing her standards, like it's great. Like,
but you are a Hollywood guy who
I am. But I think it's always when you're married or you're in a solid relationship, your job as a man is to always make sure they know they're special and they're the only one for you. Yeah. That's all our job is, and to listen.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, I think that's not all, but that is so key to allow your partner to feel safe by letting through the words and through your actions.
Well, because it's a thing where I have friends that have been married and then they get divorced, and I hear the same thing. I don't think he loved me, because if you're in this industry, you're around beautiful people all the time, right. So it's my job to make my wife know that she's the queen, she's the best. I never could get better. I don't want to better, and we have an amazing family. And I put 100% into that. I take anytime I do stand-up comedy, I take the first flight out in the morning the next day, no matter how late I had to stay up doing a show, because I want to be back to show her the first thing that's on my mind is coming back home.
Right.
But I learned that from my dad. Like that's how I came from. That's exactly the world I see.
Right. Now you learned that from your dad. Now is this something that she said was important to her as well?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't even, she tells me, you don't have to do that. You can come in later.
Though, Michael, maybe, okay, so what I'm hearing from you, you're not asking for therapy, but what I'm hearing, but I can't help, I'm hearing that this is, which is amazing, like women, I can feel Kristen swooning over here. I can feel your swoon in my heart. That this regimented way of being that worked for your parents, maybe there could be a little bit of chilling where your wife was like, actually, I don't want you to be tired, and maybe you should take a later flight because you're cranky when you get home. And I know you love me, dude. It's been a few years now. I trust you. So maybe if you wanted to stay and check out that thing in the town you're in, check out the sites, I'm okay with it. That there's a rigid standard that maybe there's other ways she needs you to sacrifice, and it's not in this way of showing up that's chivalrous from your father. Maybe there's a new way.
I agree until you don't do it.
Well, ask her is all I'm saying.
Well, no.
Don't just do it without asking.
No. We talk all the time about that. But my thing is, why not take the first flight
Okay,
out?
no, and that feels good to you. You want to be there. You want to see your kid.
And I want to see my kid, my son.
Adorable life, children.
And when you're very confident in your relationship, you could be like, oh yeah, go do whatever. But then you'll realize, oh, I need that security again. So he needs to turn it on. Rather, I don't want to turn it off. It just stays on.
What do you need from her, your wife?
I just need her support, her love, her confidence. This industry is crazy. It goes up and down. And she's my backbone. She's my rock.
She really is.
And that's all I need. That's all I need is in her to be a great mother. Like when I go home, I love, people make fun of it, but I love knowing what's going to happen when I go home. I love routine. I love a routine. Okay. I'm a very routine person.
Got it.
And not that, and she's the one that makes it great. I'm excited about the routine, where I have a routine of working out and I hate it, but I know I have to do it. With this, I'm excited to go home. I'm excited to see my kid.
What's that? So every night you get home, what happens?
As soon as I walk in, my kid runs up to me and goes, Dada, Dada, runs and gives me a big hug. My wife gives me a kiss. We have dinner. And then the next thing is we hang out with our son for probably an hour and a half. Then she gets him ready for the bed and she puts him down by 8:30. And then it's our time.
And then what do you guys do with your time?
Well,
what's a perfect date? What's a perfect night?
We'll watch some television. Mm-hmm. If I'm lucky, we'll take it to the bedroom. If not, but it's so comfortable that if it doesn't happen, it's fine too.
No, I'm not a numbers woman.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, it has to happen every night. No. As long as it happens and it feels good to both of you. I think last time I saw you, I gave you some. Did I bring you toys, lube? What did I give you?
You gave us a little.
Not the prostate toy, but something else. I gave you. A vibrator.
Yes.
How was it?
You gave us that. It's great. Yeah.
She likes it.
Who doesn't like that?
Some people. Listen.
Have you ever met a woman that didn't like a vibrator?
Not many. Most are happy with what I get. But which one did I give you? I don't remember.
The little the little egg, the little one.
Like the touch? Was it purple? No? I don't know. We have some. Oh, the blue? Was it blue with the diamonds? The Pave line.
Yeah.
From Cal Exotics. Okay.
Yeah.
She liked it. It's fun, right?
You know what?
Something different.
Oh, no, it wasn't that one.
Okay.
It was a different box. You got a closet full of vibrators. This is crazy.
You looking? Where you've been in there? No, did I not? Did I just carry them to you?
Yeah, you put them in a bag.
Oh,
you remember you came to
look at my toys. I was just now that I know you better, I think I could send you home with more things.
Oh, please do.
Whatever you want. These are my new favorite things. Did I give you massage?
Yes.
No? Oh, the wish.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that's going well with you.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like the toys are good. These are good too. We're going to give you. Did I give you lube?
Yes, you did.
How'd you feel about that?
We didn't use that.
Right. Okay, got it.
These are cool. We're already
These are
lubed
woo.
up. What does? You know what? I got a question.
Okay,
what does lube actually do? If you're already both kind of
lubricated.
Lubricated.
So here's the thing. There's a huge myth around lube that I often like to debunk, and that is you only bring in lube if there's a problem. It's like first aid, like call 911. Oh my God, she's dry. And then the man think, it's my fault. She's dry. There's discomfort. Better bring the lube out from under the bed because, he did something wrong. And then also people just think it's, when there's a problem because she's not turned on. Now, here's the thing about lube is that a woman can get wet when she's turned on or not. So essentially what I'm saying is her wetness level is not an indicator of arousal. It's also not consistent. So a woman could be wet at the beginning of sex and not throughout. And so what happens is if she's not wet, and it's not because of you, because you're amazing. You're the amazing Blasian.
There you go.
But it happens. So when you just add a few drops of lube, maybe you put it on the clitoris right before you start. You rub it in with your hands instead of people use saliva.
Yeah.
Or their hands aren't clean. They're like, oh, let me get my penis in. No, just a few drops. You rub it in because the clitoris isn't self-lubricating and all this stuff. Or you rub it on your penis before you put it inside, and it's mimics your natural lubrication. It lasts throughout the whole sexual act. And women who use lube during any sexual act, whether it's masturbation or intercourse, are 80% more likely to orgasm.
Really?
So lube is underrated and misunderstood.
See,
Yes.
I would think it was for if things aren't going right.
Right, no. It's for things going better.
Oh, well, look
My
at that.
dream is a lube on every nightstand. I want everybody to just have the lube there. I have lubes that are like beautiful, that like Uber lube in a beautiful glass bottle, and it's a few drops like before any kind of masturbation, anything. It'll be life-changing.
Really? I did not know that. See, I was old school thinking.
Well, but it's not even, people, that's what most people think. And then,
look at
but
that.
no one's ever said to me in all these 14 years, like, why did you tell me to use lube? That was a mistake. Like, no, it's life-changing. In fact, it might be on my tombstone. Like, she put a lube on every nightstand and she was happy.
Uber lube.
Yeah. A few
Okay.
drops, silicone, life-changing. You're welcome.
Now, if a guy's by themselves, do they use this as well?
Sure. Absolutely. I mean, here's the thing. Why do you want... I know that most men give themselves hand jobs dry, I think. I wouldn't want a dry hand job. I mean, if I had a penis, which I don't. So, yeah, try it.
I think most guys are just used to it because you've done it ever since you were a
Right,
kid.
but what if you felt better and slippery and you didn't have to...
Well, because then you would want to do it all the time.
Well, don't you do it all the time anyway?
No, not really. No,
Yeah, you're
no.
busy.
Yeah, I'm a busy man.
He
and
comes home, he's got his routine. When
I got
are
my
you going
routine.
to masturbate?
I wait.
I said, when are you going to... Right, you're busy.
You can find time. No, don't
know,
get me wrong. You find time, but
exactly.
it's not like every day with me.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. So what is happening every day with you? So you got your special that came out, which
Yep.
everyone's check it out at Amazon.
Amazon Prime
Please.
is absolutely for
Dude,
free.
that's a lot of like I said, I watch your clips. We love your Instagram feed. Kristen's
Aw.
obsessed with you. Your
I watch
feed. She's
it
like,
every
he's so
single
funny.
day.
Thank
yeah,
you.
we all love you.
it.
We're all Michael Yo fans.
Aw.
But what's that? Oh, I know.
Thank you.
It's real.
I'm a you fan. I'm a you fan.
We like had a mutual fan thing going.
We do.
It's
We do.
real.
And I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so nice.
From the heart.
I mean it, dude. That's
Yeah.
awesome. But like, what was it like? How long did it take you to write this material and get up there for it? I mean, that's a big deal.
Oh no, it took about a couple years to write. Now I'm writing my next one.
Ooh.
So I have a new 25 minutes I'm working on. But now life is coming out so much faster with a kid and a wife. So
good material.
so much like life is just moving so fast right now. So there's so much to write about now.
Right.
So it's
How do you write? What's your process for that? Like, are
I
you
find-
taking notes in your notes on your
I
phone?
do all the time. I talk to my phone all the time, get notes, but I take real things that happen and then I heighten them. You know, so everything I say on stage is a real story, and then I'll just find the funny in it and make it funnier.
Okay.
I'll write it in a better way.
Okay.
Where it's not a lot, it's still the exact same story. I'll break down what's so funny about that story.
But do you find it hard ever being a comedian like that when you're out? Are you always looking for the funny?
Always. Anytime I make anyone laugh, I think to myself, what was funny, and then I make a mental note or I put it in my phone. So you could just be hanging out with friends. You say something funny and the whole table laughs. You're like,
Hold on, please.
Like in your mind, you go, oh my God, what was that? And so you
Right.
write it down, which is annoying because you're always trying to find comment, or you're always looking at things in the wrong way,
Right.
or you're watch TV in a different way. So I would imagine it's like a director or an actor watching their own movie,
Yeah.
because life is my own.
Life is your movie.
is my movie. So I'm always trying to analyze, oh, is this funny? Would this be funny? Would that be funny? Especially when I'm at home with my wife, I'm also over analyzing
Right.
situations like, oh, she
What is it? Yeah,
she
tell
cracked
me.
a smile when I said that. Like for instance, my son right now, he's only 2, but I'm knowing that he's super athletic. Like and I'm a competitive father, so I bring him to the park to see how good he is compared to other 2-year-old kids. So I'm like having them
See,
compete.
I'm laughing. That's funny.
Like I'm having him compete against other kids, and it's so wrong. And he's better than every kid out there
course.
because he's my son. But I'm finding out he's not super bright. You know, like his vocabulary isn't as big. So I'm like, oh, he's dumb like me, you know? So it's kind of like he got my brain, but he got me and my wife's athletics.
Right.
And so now I know we need to put more focus into teaching him things.
He's gonna have to get a tutor, right? But he's gonna kill it on the field.
Yeah,
Whatever he's doing.
he has a kid that's his exact same age. They went to a birthday party. The other kid said, happy birthday. He goes, happy birthday. I look at my son. He walks up to the kid and goes, blue. And I'm like,
Oh man.
do not, no vocabulary at all.
Right, exactly.
None.
It'll happen though. It'll grow.
None.
That's funny though.
None
I love
at all.
it.
Yeah, and so it's just life.
You're right.
Everything in life. You just write about and talk about.
I know, but you're doing a great job, and you make me laugh whenever I see you, and I love watching you, and I love watching your career where it's going now. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Truly.
Yeah, we're hustling.
Podcast coming soon, perhaps.
Podcast coming soon. Of course, you can hear me on SiriusXM Hits
Sirius
1.
XM Hits 1. They're playing that. Okay.
Yep, I'm on that, and then tonight I'm on Entertainment Tonight. If you're on the West Coast, interviewing Denzel Washington.
How was that?
Amazing.
Really?
And Denzel, I mean, he's one of my heroes. He was honored for a award, Lifetime Achievement Award, and to be on the red carpet with him and then go into the event and watch him. What
was that? How do you prep?
What I do is whoever you work for, they give a couple of questions, but I give questions I want to know, but I'm all about moments. I try to create moments with a person. Like, that's what I'm known for in the industry. If I interview you, I'm going to make 3 or 4 great moments for television where they laugh really loud or they go, oh my God, I've never been asked that before. You just want that connection. You want that moment. And that's something that, when they go down the carpet, they're not going to get that moment from anybody else.
So, but
only
are you thinking ahead of time, this is the moment that I'm going to, what you're going to ask them though?
Oh, yeah. I have all types of, it depends on the celebrity, but I have different things. Like, for instance, a moment with The Rock, because I love The Rock. A moment with The Rock, I was interviewing him. And of course, he's a wrestler. He was a wrestler, but I can't wrestle him on a red carpet. So we thumb wrestled, but I had a ring where you put your thumbs. So it was a ring. So that was a funny moment.
That's a funny moment.
It's a funny moment.
Yeah.
And then when I had Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart together, I do a bit with them where I go finish the story where each one says one word and they have to tell people why to go to the movie. And it just comes up really funny because they're trying to finish each other's word and it makes a sentence. And so you just try to put them in.
You're good. This is why you've had so much success all these years, ending up everywhere. Television and your special and your shows and all the things. Well, I've something that I do with my listeners that might be funny. That might be our moment here.
Yeah.
If you're cool with it, Michael. Okay, I'm going to give you a choice here. Mm-hmm. Would you rather questions?
Okay.
You get 5, or our quickie questions that we ask every.
Quickie question. What you tell me which ones? It doesn't matter to me. Whatever y'all want.
I'm going to do would you rather.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Would you rather only have sex in the bedroom or never have sex in the bedroom?
Or never have sex?
Yeah, you have to choose one. Only for the rest of your life.
But I could have sex other places.
Any other place.
Oh, then never in the bedroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Because we got to mix it up.
Yeah.
Would you rather walk in on your parents making love or be caught making love?
Oh, my parents? My parents only had sex once. That was me.
Exactly.
That's it.
We need to talk offline then.
Oh my God.
That's really. I gotcha.
Is
Apparently not.
Well, I don't know about
I don't know.
this world. Would you want to walk in?
No, never. Neither. Nobody.
Never.
I don't want to walk in.
But I wouldn't mind if somebody walked in on me.
Okay. Be hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good looking.
You are.
I love it. I want people to walk in on me.
I want to walk in on you. I know. Wait, just let me know.
Woo, come on. It's a party.
Would you rather be terrible at kissing or at oral sex?
Wait, kissing or oral sex?
Or giving oral, providing oral or kissing. Which
I
one?
want to be better in oral.
Perfect.
Because kissing is just it's nice if you're a good kisser.
I'm so glad you answered that.
But oral is...
I already love you, but I have a whole new world of respect for you.
Oh, oral, if you got your oral game on, you are the man.
Right. Thank you. Oh,
yeah.
Michael, yo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you a kisser?
I'm a kisser, but I would give it up for oral. I mean, I'm about the oral.
Yeah,
I can never kiss again. And
No, but I'm saying, do you like kissing?
I like kissing.
Do you? Okay.
I love kissing.
Okay.
But kissing is the first thing that goes in long-term relationships. So I think it's important.
What kind
intimacy.
of kissing goes first?
Any kind, just all of it. People just get into sex, they'll kiss for a second and then the clothes are off and they're having, and then there's no warm-up or foreplay. Yeah. That happens. Maybe not in your relationship. Yeah, I'm a kisser, but I
do notice that. It's
hard.
Well, but we always kiss, but it's not like the tongue. But that's weird in front of your two. Hey, babe.
Right.
In front.
Dada,
mama.
Right. What did the tongue? Dada, mama. But I mean, when you go two are together for your intimate moment.
Oh yeah. No, we kiss.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to move to my cookie questions. What's your biggest turn on?
Biggest turn on. I like the outfits.
Sexy outfits, like in the bedroom?
Yeah, because once you get into the sex part, it's fun, but it's sad. But getting there is the exciting part.
The anticipation.
Yeah.
The freaking foreplay. Don't skip up. Dress up sexy.
Yeah.
Okay. Biggest turnoff.
Oh, biggest turnoff. Okay. People talk too much. And I'm not like, when you talk too much, like in my past, it's like, and when you don't know how to talk. Like when you're saying stuff and you're like trying to be like, oh, sexy, and it's the word, you're like, oh, give it to me, give it. It's like, hey,
in the bedroom, like over talking in the
oh
bedroom.
my gosh. It's like, shut up. I just went, hey, I don't need play-by-play. This is not a sports football game we're playing here. I don't need to be, oh, he's in, oh, he's out, oh, he's in, oh, he's out, left, right, turn. No, I do not need play-by-play. I can't stand it. It's almost like I just want to put my hand over the mouth. Shh.
Right.
Stop.
Speak. Right.
Like
You've had women. I've heard this too, that women sometimes, or men, it gets like a script, like it was coming from porn. It wasn't even.
You know what it's like?
Authentic to the moment.
It's almost like a comedy. Like they watched it on a comedy. And they just copying what they're like, oh yeah, oh harder, oh yeah, right there. And I'm like, ugh. And this is the woman. And I'm like, what are you doing? This is not cool with me.
No, I hear you. I feel like some men are like,
people
I don't know
overtalk.
if she was watching porn, like where she got the script from. It wasn't even authentic. Okay, you did well.
Because I don't think people just yell at people like that.
No, they
like
don't.
For no reason. You know?
No, really. Like, I'm not even in yet. You're saying it feels good. Wait till I get in.
You're like, woo! I'm like, wait, my pants are still on. I have everything on still. What's going on?
Oh my God.
Why are
Michael,
you yelling?
That's amazing. Okay, Michael Yo, you're awesome. Where can people find you?
Okay, at Michael Yo everywhere on Instagram. Follow me right now at Michael Yo, and all the details about my special. And if you're an Emmy voter, you can vote for me
Vote
on my
for him
Instagram.
now. Yeah. Blasian, check out his show. I'm really proud of you.
Oh, I'm proud of
Amazon
you.
Prime.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see you soon. This is
Absolutely.
just the not
This
the last.
is the beginning.
The beginning. Okay, thank you for being here, and we're going to be back. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get into your calls and your email questions.
Let's do an email. So this comes from Clarice, 33 in Georgia. She writes, "Hi, Emily. I have always been a very sexual person and super curious, and I love to try new things. Recently, my boyfriend suggested we should have a threesome. I have always wanted to have one just to try it. So we've had 3 so far with the same girl. The first time, my boyfriend had penetrative sex with our third and wouldn't let me watch." Yeah.
Oh, God,
Isn't
I'm
that
so glad
horrible?
we're reading this. Okay.
Yeah. He actually pushed me away and told me to go down by his feet. He didn't even want me watching. I was crushed. I've even caught him watching her play with herself, and he can't take his eyes off of her. So after that, we went over the rules, such as no penetration or kissing her on the mouth, because he barely even kisses me. And he told me the next time won't be like that. But I am having a hard time moving on and so many mixed emotions still. I don't know what to do. Please help.
Okay, Clarice. Yeah, this is really disturbing to me. This was like breaking all of the threesome 101 rules, okay? My rules are, if you're going to have a threesome in a relationship, you want to make sure that you're on solid ground. Your sex life is incredible. Your communication is so great. And you're doing it because you both want to do it. And you've talked through ad nauseum the rules. You have safe words. And you've really decided that you're doing it to make both of your sex lives better. I am so disturbed here, honey, Clarice, that you had 3 of them with the same girl and that he wouldn't let you watch. He pushed you away and told you to go down by his feet like you were a dog, and that doesn't want you watching. Listen, some of the beauty of a threesome, and yeah, some people are like, oh my God, no, threesomes are terrible. They're going to tear your relationship apart. This is when that happens, Clarice. This is the worst case scenario. So and then you're watching him play with yourself and you're so insecure now, which I understand. Listen, I would say do not have another threesome with this woman. And if you really want to stay with your boyfriend, you have got to take all the threesome elements out of it and then get back into him, like talk about like what both of you want again to heal this, because in a way this was really disrespectful. He was disregarding an agreement and boundaries that you guys set. I mean, you set some serious boundaries. And then he told you not to wash and push you away. Like, I'm upset. Like, when I read this, and I was like, we've got to talk about this tonight. And you went over the rules again. And first of all, also, what I'm hearing in here is he barely kisses you, and then he's kissing her. Like, this is just a recipe already for disaster. It already is. And I'm just not loving your relationship. I don't know how long you guys have been together, but I would say no go on the threesomes with this guy and no go on probably anything else.
Oh, that's rough. That is rough.
I know. All of it is it's just like, it made me cringe.
Yeah. Yeah.
This gives threesomes a bad rap. We have a lot of great stuff on our website. If you want to check it out, we have podcasts and blogs. But if you would like to know, I mean, first, you got to both be on the same page. You got to make sure that you're not doing it to save your relationship. It is in no way like, oh, well, our sex life is so boring. Maybe we should call on a friend. No, that is not going to work. That's just a disaster. And in fact, the other thing I don't like about this email is that it was the same girl 3 times.
I know.
Maybe it was someone you don't know, that you have no connection with and that you're not going to see again. And then after you have the threesome, you actually like talk about it and what worked and what didn't. And you guys might not just have that kind of connection and that maturity to go the distance here.
All right, so we have Caitlin, who's 30 in Virginia, and she's dating someone who doesn't like labels and is worried this will backfire on her.
Hey, Caitlin.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, tell me what's going on. I hear what he's like, oh, I don't want to be like your boyfriend, but I still like you, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and we've been exclusive. We had that conversation like 2.5 months ago.
Okay.
And everything else is going great. I mean, we have a lot of fun, and I'm fairly new to the area, so I don't know that many people.
Right.
But I don't know if I should push the issue or move on.
Well, what are you looking for right now, Caitlin? Are you looking for, like, your guy to settle down, get married, the whole thing?
I think so.
I mean, here's the thing. You could if he told you he doesn't like labels and you're not exclusive, what's keeping you from still seeing him and dating other people?
We are exclusive.
Oh, okay. So then what's the no label part? What kind of labels doesn't he want?
Like to be boyfriend, girlfriend.
So he doesn't want to use the word boyfriend, girlfriend, the word but he wants to be exclusive. So his only, okay. Well, have you ever asked him why? Like, what is it about those labels that don't make you feel right? Good.
I have not.
So that might be interesting. Before you ditch, before you run, I think it's important to say, well, what is it about those terms that don't feel good to you? Because to be honest, I don't love the term boyfriend all the time. I'm like, he's my partner. I don't know. Sometimes it just makes me feel, this was like in the past. I don't know. I feel differently now, but it would make me feel like I was tied to somebody, and it made me feel like I lost my independence, even though I was monogamous. And then if I had a boyfriend that was really like into it, I'd be like, okay, I guess we can do it. You know what I'm saying? So maybe like you're drawing conclusions off of, we don't have enough information yet. Now, maybe he doesn't want to use it because he's not being honest to your commitment. I don't know yet. So I think this is a great time to just find out more about him and ask him what it is. Because to me, if you're committed, why not use the terms? Most people are cool with those terms, those words.
Yeah.
Those labels.
I do really trust him. I don't think he's seeing anybody else or anything.
Okay. So yeah, I would. How long has it been? You said a few months?
Yeah, like 2.5 months.
Okay. And when did you move to the town?
October.
Okay. So the thing is also, you just want to know, that make sure it's not just because he's making you feel comfortable and he's been there for a while and he feels safe. Like, I think when you move to a new town, it's important to like make sure you're out there meeting new friends, new people, and, not just locking down to one person if you're not certain. So let's clear it up with him, find out his intentions so you can get clearer and then decide where you want to go from there. All right? Does that make sense? All right.
Yeah. How would you say that?
Okay. Good question. So, Caitlin, I would say next time you guys are on your date or you're hanging out, you're chilling, just say, oh, you know what's funny? I've been thinking about it. My mom said to me, oh, how's your boyfriend? And I told her, my friend at work said to me, how's your boyfriend? And I said to her, oh, no, we don't use those labels because he doesn't like to use them. I'm not sure why or whatever. And you could just say, someone asked me why, and it made me think. I'm curious, what is it about those labels that don't feel good to you? Just like that, not like and Caitlin, the biggest key that you're going to use this throughout your lifetime, if you remember, when we have these conversations that seem difficult and scary about labels or commitment or even sex, we don't want it to be like there's a problem. It's more like keep it light and curious. Like you're just, because you are. So I think, does that feel like something you could do?
Yeah, definitely.
And if he says, I don't know, it just makes you feel weird, don't let him get off the hook and say, well, okay. But I'm just curious, like, did you once have a girlfriend? You said girlfriend and someone made fun of you? Like, I'm just curious. And then, see where else it takes you, because there's a reason why, Caitlin. And then you should feel free to say, because to me, I actually like those labels. They actually feel good to me. I've always used them. So I'm just trying to figure out, if we're together, like what it means. I'm trying to make sense of it.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Because you know what, Caitlin, find out now. If not now, when, right? I think we wait so much. Like, we try to play it cool and safe. But this is our lives. So if he says, oh, yeah, because actually I want to be free and open, then you're going to find out. So the sooner you have the conversation, the better. And then you can let me know how it goes. And I'll help you with the next steps.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Caitlin.
Cool. Thank you.
You're so welcome. I'm here for you.
We have Ashley, 45 in Arizona. She recently hooked up with a man she's wanted for years, and it wasn't that great.
Oh, Ashley, girl, I hear you. What happened? Tell me everything.
Oh, it's been over 10 years in the making. And we finally, both of us were single at the same time. And we went out on Saturday, had a great time. Kissing was amazing. But when it finally got down to the sex, he came within 5 minutes maybe.
Okay.
But I just couldn't, during oral sex, I don't know, it just felt like he was licking my arm.
He was licking your arm?
I didn't feel good, and the sex was just kind of like.
Well, do you think he was nervous? Okay, Ashley, wait a minute. Let me just you had a good kiss. Maybe he was nervous. And he was maybe he's been excited too. And men, when they're nervous, shows up a lot easier to read than women during sex.
No, I don't think that's the case, because he's kind of like a player.
Oh, okay. You think? Yeah.
He said he's had a dry spell for about 6 months.
Okay.
I think he said.
Okay.
And my dry spell's been about 3.
Okay.
So I don't know. Is this something that happens with age? I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. So, did you try to correct it? Were you did he seem into it, or was he just not paying attention? If it felt like he was licking your arm and he didn't know what he was doing orally, do you think that he was just kind of not really that into it, or he really thought he was doing a good job?
You know what? He was giving me compliments while he was giving me oral, which I assumed that he enjoyed what he was doing, but I just couldn't
Right. It wasn't.
I don't know.
Right. And then when you were actually having sex, he was just kind of pounding away at you and came in 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Oh, I hear you. I feel like I was there. I've been there, actually. I've been there. And I got to tell you, here's the sad thing. Ready, Ashley? How old is he? 49, you said? Or you're 45? Did you say 49?
No,
did I make that up? Okay.
Yeah, you made that up.
How old is he?
He's 43.
Okay, here's the thing. It doesn't matter how old a guy is. If he's never had a corrective moment where no one's sleeping with him, if he sleeps with women, a woman never said, you know what? Let's just slow it down a bit. Let me show you what feels good to me. Please meet my clitoris. Please slow down sex. Please don't hammer away at me like a jackhammer. So you're calling him a player. Maybe he truly is. When I take from that, he's gone after one woman to the next, to the next, to the next. So he might have had a lot of sex, a lot of notches in his bedpost, but that doesn't mean that he's a conscious, present, skilled lover.
Okay.
So, but what's your question? Are you thinking you should try it one more time, or are you just calling to tell me that it was disappointing, or what would you like to do here?
Well, I didn't know if it was me because I am older and...
No, older what? That you were older and that what? Oh, and that he was not really into you because you're older?
No.
Oh.
I didn't have lube with me. I wasn't...
Okay.
I mean, I shaved, but I wasn't planning on having sex.
Okay.
So I didn't have lubes. I mean, he went and bought condoms. And,
great.
I just didn't know maybe we just anticipate, like we hyped up that moment because we've been waiting for so long.
Well, right. That was my first thing before you even told me about him jackhammering away at you and the licking the arm. I said to you, all that build up is a lot of pressure. So maybe go out with him one more time. Maybe mix it up. Maybe it's a day thing. You guys go to lunch or you hang out and you like do something together, an activity, and you see if you kind of like warm up and get comfortable. And then, you know, because if the kissing was good and there was chemistry, I wouldn't let one time rule it out. I'm not going to, I think you should go out with him again, unless it was like horrible and he did something really bad to you or said some things that were not great.
No, I mean, everything was amazing. The date was amazing. I mean, we had a room with the jacuzzi tub in there. Even after, we just tried to relax in there. And
was it fun after the sex? Did you like, did you like hanging out with him after the? Yeah.
So we hung out in the jacuzzi spa in the room.
That's so fun. Okay, Ashley. So you felt good then afterwards?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed his time. I was just like, I was really disappointed.
I know, but maybe he was too. Like, here's the thing. Like, maybe he's embarrassed because he came too quickly. And some guys need direction. I've taught so many men how to perform oral in the way that they should, in the way that I wanted at least. And explain to them how I wanted sex in a very loving way that they were cool. Like, people need direction. So, oftentimes. So, I feel like this is a 10-year thing. You have to go out with them again, I think. I don't think you can rule it out. And that next time, though, see what happens. Maybe you could even talk to him about it if you've known him for 10 years beforehand, you know, and just say, I wasn't there. I was thought we, you know, what'd you think about our sex? And yeah, I can't wait to try again. Maybe next time we can, you know, have more foreplay, or what's your fantasy, or I don't know, or just show up on another date and see what happens. But I don't think that I think you got to give it one more try and then call me back. Okay.
Okay. Will do.
Thanks, Ashley. I think that if you're our brain so easily wants to say no. Our brain wants to be like, I'm going to save you from trouble. I'm going to save you from danger. I'm going to save you from challenges. So here's the million reasons why this person is wrong. And so when you can counter that, and I feel like she has 10 years of attraction. The kissing was great. He's a nice guy. And then he came quick and didn't know how to touch her. He's 43. He's with a lot of women. And you just don't, after a while, you just don't know how to connect sexually sometimes. So give it one more try. All right, guys, thanks so much for listening to the show, supporting the show, sharing this with a friend. Like, if you got something from this, send this episode to someone. We need someone to help us start realizing that there's so much more to sex than what we're actually experiencing right now. So thank you for sharing and subscribing and supporting the show going into our 15th year. So appreciate you all. And thanks to my amazing team. I love you all. Thank you to Ken and Kristen and Michelle and producer Jamie and Michael. Was it good for you? Email me feedback@sexwithemily.com.